Alright guys, hello and welcome back to my channel. Kojiro from Gaming in Japan here, and in this video guys I will be demonstrating and commentating for you a match that I had with Spencer using the new fourth skill called Paracelsus generator. Okay, this thing is pretty insane in my opinion, and the way I'm using it currently is with this deck, although there are variations of it. I'm using no more than two vapors, and the rest of it is just creatures, discount, and the energy booster that gives additional discount to the creatures. And basically, the idea here is that you can use the liquor like a countdown mode, almost like the Ivy, for example. And yes, you can also use the Ivy, of course, but I think that using Ivy has some disadvantages. I'm going to explain a little bit later, but for now, this is the build that I'm going to run. You can replace the regen here with anything else and switch it around. But basically, you need to have a lot of creatures, and the discount for the creatures by 1 point, or it's not just creatures; it's anything that you hold in your hand comes every 10 seconds, guys. Okay, every 10 seconds you get 1 point of discount for the things that you have in your deck. In the equipment side I'm using resilient skin, fresh blood, and the generator for more bioenergy recharge. So the main thing that you need to know and understand with the way the discount works is it's not card specific, it's just time specific. That means that if you use a card and another card comes in, you may get the discount on the next card pretty much right away if it's on the right 10 seconds mark. So this works pretty well. Even if you have cards that are on the like the 4 cost price range, you are going to get them below pretty easily. And now, as you can see, I have the liquor on the 4 cost already, so that's pretty awesome. And the main thing that you need to like be careful of not to do is whenever you shouldn't have 1 cost cards in your deck for too long, because you're basically uh, losing value. Okay, you're losing value on the cards because you need to have you need to have the other cards getting on a countdown in order for you to get the best value. But having all these creatures on the 1 energy cost is pretty good, I would say. And the other thing is the discount and the energy booster, okay, and the vapors are eventually going to become 1 cost also. So if you are able to stall long enough, you can get a combination like, for example, um, you have a position that you have to defend, like what I'm doing right now, and uh, you are able to stall them for a couple of seconds, and you have a discount in uh, your deck setup. If you wait for a couple of seconds, the discount is going to become 1 energy. Then you have the energy booster that discounts creatures even further. You can also get it to 1 point, and for 2 points you have this big discount for the creatures. And if the cards in the rest of your deck are something like 2 or 3 or whatever it is, like a higher cost or something, you can spam a lot of creatures very fast, guys. Like the rate of which you can spam creatures with this build is pretty insane. On the first skill, I don't think it can have a lot of synergy with the Paracelsus generator, but generally speaking, I think that the defense system for, you know, uh, the longer time it takes for the survivors to disable the devices in area 2, and of course uh, the biocore energy in area 3. These things are also very cool, but it may be the case that the lockdown variation, the first skill variation with the lockdown may also be viable because you'll be able to like have more time to uh, defend doors and get additional uh, points of discount on your creatures. And if you get the momentum going, okay, the main disadvantage that survivors have in situations like this is that, okay, so this is a mistake. I should have already used the 1 point creatures. But what I want to say is that the the main thing that survivors have as a disadvantage here is as soon as they hesitate or just stop their advance for any reason, like the Spenser player gets to reinforce the position of defense very fast, okay, and with a lot of like super strong creatures, so that's awesome. In some cases, yes, even Spencer will run out of energy, but just the pure amount of creatures that you can have on the map once you get the ball rolling is just insane. I mean, it's more than a net, it's more than Daniel, even with the shuffle and the overclock trick, with the shuffle and the clone card and everything. I think that this build for Spencer is probably the most spammy in terms of just creature deployment, and it can work very well. It's debatable what kind of equipment you have to use, but honestly, the the usage of the build itself is pretty straightforward. Okay, you just have to uh, like be able to defend a point for some time. Then you get the discounts. Then you can spam and spam and spam, and uh, it works great. It can also work with an Ivy, but the main thing with the Ivy, guys, is that it's still very costly. Okay, yes, you can get it even in Area 1 very fast, but it's not very. It doesn't allow you to adapt that much because you still need to wait for all this time in order for the ivy to be able to be spawned. Yes, it can be affected by the discount also, but it's not going to be affected by the energy booster. And I think that uh, the best way to use this variation with the Paracelsus generator is to have creatures in the 3 and 4 and 5 area range. With the discount and with the energy booster, you can bring them down to 1 pretty easily, but with Ivy you're still going to wait additional time. The last thing that I wanted to show you is why the any of the modes that give you inherent creature buffs are not a very good idea. It's because when you're using the Paracelsus generator, you cannot go below uh, the base value of the creatures. So as you can see, the imposter in this case doesn't go below the cost of 2. That's because the Paracelsus generator cannot go below the base cost of the creature. Okay, if there is this mode apparent in your deck. So as you can see now, I cannot go below energy 2 for the imposter, energy 2 for the dealer, and 2 cost for the regular zombie, and that's all because of the infectious mode. Yes, you can bring them down if you have a discount, but the inherent mode for creatures are really not very suitable if you want to use the Paracelsus generator. So this is a thing that you have to keep in mind. Otherwise, it's very good. I think you can still use for example, the creature mode for 1 point of discount. It works well, but obviously it's not going to be advisable to remove it from your deck. And I think the best way to use the Paracelsus generator is to have all of your cards, all the 4 cards in your deck being able to be used right away, and you don't have anything static in your deck. Okay, so this was it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please tell me what you think down in the comment section below, and I would appreciate a like to the video and a subscription to the channel if you haven't done so already. My next video will be on Daniel or Nikolai. I haven't decided yet, but it's going to come very soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.